Hello guys and girls, today we're looking at the surface area of a cylinder. So let's get started. First I'm going to give you a little bit of a demo on how to solve the problem, and then we'll go through a piece of the intuition. Okay, so here you've got the formula for finding out the surface area of a sphere. And our job is just to find the right numbers to plug into that formula. And we'll find that the surface area, or SA, of any sphere equals 2 times pi times the radius squared plus 2 times pi times the radius times the height. Okay, so your first thing is to find the radius and the height. Okay, the R and the H. Okay, and the number for our radius I'll colour in pink, and the number for our height I'll colour in blue. Okay, so that'll hopefully help you track the numbers as we plug them in. Okay, so looking for here, I'm going to use the blue number for the height at the end, and the red number for the radius, and that's about it. So now I just rewrite my formula, plugging in the numbers. So we've got the surface area, SA, equals 2 pi times R, now that's 8, because the radius is 8, squared, because the R was squared, plus 2 pi times 8, because R is 8, times 9, because our height is 9. Okay, so now I've got my formula. I need to have a look at my calculator. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first of all 2 times pi. I think this one has pi, so I'll just use 3.14. 3.14 times 8 squared, which is 64, equals, and I'll write that number now down, 401.92. Okay, now I just did this part here, which equals 401.92, and stopped at the plus sign. That helps me keep my order of operations. I can do all the times together, but once I hit a plus, it generally helps to stop because it's a different part of the order of operations. Okay, so here we've got all clear, get rid of that. We've got, can't see what I'm doing, 2 pi times 8 times 9. 2 times 3.14 times 8 times 9 equals 552.16. 552.16. And then I add them together. Which I might do that on the calculator too. No, it's a bit of a shortcut, but okay, so I've already got the, looks like it was 452.16, not 552.16, lucky I saw that. Plus our original 401.92. I'll put the plus in there just because that comes from that, and I get 854.08. Which looks about right for plussing those two together, and that's in centimetres because that's our unit, squared. Okay, the key thing with this is just respecting that the plus goes against our orders of operations. We've got to do our times and divide first before we hit our plus and minus. So if you do the 2 times on either side of the plus, then that'll help you out there. Okay, key thing with this one too is Whiteworks. Okay, so this is our formula again, and this is a net of our cylinder. Okay, so formula and our net. And essentially you can see that the shape that's carved around is the red rectangle here. That's like what gives our cylinder its height. And the shape that's the two circles is here and here. Okay? And you can see that our two circles are just two lots of the circular formula, or pi r squared. And our middle bit is pi r squared, which is the circumference of our circle, or the perimeter, or the length of the green part of that line that I'm just showing there. And the h is the height. That's the height of our cylinder. And that's the black part. So you can see it comes from places within the cylinder. Okay, key things, write down the formula, substitute into the formula, respecting that the pink number is our R and the blue number is our H. Okay, just making sure you don't confuse those two, and respecting the fact that it's got a big plus sign in the middle, and not just sort of calculating over that and creating the transfer error. Okay, but if you follow those steps, you can't go too far wrong. Later, guys and girls.